All right. Here's the patch notes, the mid-season balance patch, as well as Battle for Olympus. So new seasonal mode, Battle for Olympus free-for-all. In this free-for-all deathmatch mode, Battle for the Throne of Olympus has 7 powerful gods and monsters from Greek mythology, each with a unique divine power that kicks in when they use their ultimate ability, which we just saw with a couple heroes. The most valiant contenders in the Battle for Olympus will have their chance to earn limited-time voice lines and player titles to brag about their accomplishments for all their eternity. At the end of the event, the hero whose powers... Wait, what? Were used to secure the most eliminations across all matches will be crowned the new ruler of Olympus. Competitive play. The 2023 season of Competitive Capture the Flag begins on January 10th and can be found in Competitive Play menu. The Competitive Play loading screen has been updated. So CTF comp? Do I see what I see right now? Do I see Junker Queen buffs? Do I see Junker Queen buffs? Junker Queen! Adrenaline Rush. Now heals for the remaining wound damage when an enemy dies with wounds on them. I love that change. So I'll talk about that very quickly for Junker Queen here. Being able to, something you would do a lot of the time is you would hit a Carnage, and then you just get the enemy right away, and you would lose all that healing. So now when you get somebody, if there's any healing left, you will get that healing. This is what this means. So like say you Carnage somebody, and you get them immediately with the Carnage, you're still going to get all the HP healed over time from that Carnage. That's a good change. Carnage. So this is what we just saw in the trainer range. Cooldown is now reduced by 2 seconds for each enemy it impacts. Just to comment on that, it was confirmed that if you get 4 people in your Carnage, it means you get a Carnage right away again. So it's an 8-second cooldown, but if you get 4 people in the Carnage, you get to use it again right away. I like that change. I like that change. That's going to make Carnage a lot more impactful. Jagged Blade. Thrown impact damage reduced from 80 to 50. I'm a little bit curious on this one right here, whether or not that will be needed or how that will feel for Junker Queen. I did feel like the impact damage was a big part of Junker Queen's kit, especially when they were really far away. Like, the idea of this is you can play more aggressive, but one concern I have with this is that this takes away a little bit of that long range for you to be able to have as much value, but we'll see. Thrown direct impacts now at a 30 damage wound. Oh, I guess that makes sense. So you get... Now I'm reading the second part of that. Thrown direct impacts now add a 30 damage wound to the struck target. Stacks with wounds caused by quick melee or return and jagged blade hits. So that means that you can have up to 3 bleeds. So it sounds like what they're doing here is they're actually... Okay, I'm understanding it now. Now to go back on that. So what this is doing, this is actually giving you a little bit more healing, correct? Because if you hit a thrown impact and it just does the damage, then you won't get the heals. But if you hit impact, right? And then you get the 30 damage, that would be what? 30 damage wound. And then that would be also 1.25 multiplier. So that's how much you'll heal. So what they're doing is they're making it so you have more bleeds to stack now. So now you have 3 stacks at least there to where you can heal more as Junker Queen. So the idea behind that change is it gets rid of some of the impact damage, but it adds a bleed, which now heals you more as Junker Queen. Honestly, looking at these changes, just like reading the patch notes, this makes Junker Queen a lot more fun. Still have to see how Junker Queen will play, but I like these changes. I like these Junker Queen changes. And it was what I talked about before. There was nothing changed about Command and Shout because that's what made Junker Queen so OP and why they had to change Junker Queen to begin with. I like that change. That is pretty cool. Zarya. Energy degeneration reduced from 2.2 to 2 per second. Delay before energy duration begins after gain energy increase from 1 to 2. This makes sense. This is a way to buff Zarya and not revert some of the changes before. We'll see how that plays out. This basically means you'll be higher charged for a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. So it's a decent buff. Brigida. Barrier shield. Health increase from 250 to 300. All right. I mean, I still think against Ramatra, Brig will still struggle, in my opinion. I really feel like Brig will still struggle against Ramatra. But overall, I mean, I can't really... That's fine. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Didn't the shield seem like it was larger in-game? Maybe it wasn't, but I'll look again. Moira, Biotic Orb. Dealing damage with Biotic Orb now restores a small amount of Biotic Energy. So this is, I imagine, to promote the idea that if you do get a damage orb, you can now also heal still because you're getting some of your... It feels like this is almost like saying like, hey, by the way, you do some DPS, you're also going to have more charge to be able to heal. You know what I mean? So it's like, it allows you to, I guess, have more heals? So, it will be interesting to see how that works. I'll go into game and test it out with Moira. All right, so those are the mid-season balance changes. I will say right now, I am going to play some Junker Queen for a little bit. Y'all down if I play some Junker Queen after these patch notes? I want to go play some Junker Queen after this. This sounds so fun. So no hog nerf. For anybody wondering, Aaron Keller tweeted today that there will be hog nerfs later this month. It just wasn't going to be able to be in this patch. All right, let's go read the bug fixes. Fix the bug with souvenirs incorrectly placed on Ramatra. I didn't even see those. Fix an issue with Kiriko's Ofuda displaying black textures during her whirlwind emote. Fix an issue with Reaper's animations. I'm seeing if there's anything here that I see. This is just floating. Fix an issue that resulted in some... I'm just looking at some of these right here. Fix the bug that caused group up to say I'm on my way in unintended circumstances. I guess that's good, right? Fix an issue on some consoles that resulted in blurry graphics. Wait, I had that blurry graphic thing on PC. Remember that, chat? That one game where it looked like I took my glasses off? Fix an issue where some players are not able to invite across certain consoles. Fix some performance issues in the hero gallery. Resolve an issue where daily challenges were not rolling over for some users. Fix an issue where the end of game draw text would not appear. Invite the custom game. Hanzo, by the way, I want to point out for anybody wondering about bug fixes, Hanzo is fixed. Hanzo bug is fixed. I just want to point that out. I did see that. Hanzo bug is fixed. I tested it earlier in the practice range. Watch Point Gibraltar. Fix some areas that allow players to escape the map boundaries. I didn't see that. Shambali. Fix some areas where players can become stuck. Fix some areas where some abilities can be eaten by the environment. Fix lightning and geometry in several areas. I found a couple spots in Eichenwald, by the way, with the same issue. So hopefully that fixed it across all maps. The Genji animation you're still working on? Okay, that's good to know. Bastion. Fix an issue where Bastion's sound effects could loop at the location of death. Fix an issue where Bastion's whole screen would turn yellow when healed by a Brig repair pack. I mean, getting healed in general, but imagine that. Kiriko. Fix the bug with Swift Step and capture the flag. Okay, I didn't play too much CTF. Mercy. Fix Mercy's Guardian Angel, sometimes allowing her to escape Ramatra's Ravenous Vortex. This makes more sense now. Because I remember seeing Mercy just fly right out of it. I'm like, huh? That makes a lot more sense. Kind of a slight buff to Vortex against Mercy. Ramatra. Fix an issue with missing assets on Ramatra's hero information page. Fix an issue with Ramatra's primary fire effects not displaying the correct amount of projectiles for other players. Ramatra should now play rumble effects. That's for controllers. Ramatra can no longer have more than one barrier at a time. Oh, I never even knew that. Fix an issue where Pulse Bomb would not damage Tracer if it was stuck to an enemy. Okay. I mean, they did a lot of the bug fixes that I expected. The Hanzo bug fix. So, overall, I'm just excited about Junker Queen. Straight up, chat, we got a Junker Queen buff. I am... we have a Junker Queen buff. Said Genji didn't get nerfed? No!